With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle.
The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Seattle Seahawks.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Throwing on first down is Brady.
A pass underneath for Fournette.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. That is caught at the 7. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Buccaneers 7, Seahawks 0.
Well, following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They run the counter. It's Buchanan, and they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Tackled at the 40-yard line.
Levante David in on the tackle.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 2nd down now, it's Buchanan. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there and a first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, You've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
But I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
At the 15-yard line.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And he's got it. And the Seahawks are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing out.
That ties the game.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last...
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
On second down, it's Jones. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
At the 21-yard line. A gain of 14, but it's now third down.
Throwing is Brady on third down. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. These two teams all tied after one. The throw there by Brady intended for Gronkowski, but incomplete. Looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. That'll bring up second down. Throwing again, Brady. His throw caught around the 6. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Antonio Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They run the counter. Buchanan. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. They run the counter. It's Buchanan. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
23 yards to pick up there.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. They'll run on first down. Buchanan, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 24-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Wilson. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And Myers able to knock it through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Jones with a carry on first down, but I don't think he even made it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense all over that one.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Here's a throw caught by Gronkowski. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Brady's throw there complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Godwin. A gain of 12. And the Buccaneer first down.
Brady now on first down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
A 56-yard.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out.
17.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Inside of a minute left. Scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and now it's 3rd down.
By Antoine Winfield.
Hey, 0-0. Come on, QB, come on.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, offense.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Returnable here from the 38. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
At their own 43-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get to field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted.
That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Incomplete. It's
an incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. They go play action now. Wilson. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Intended for DK Metcalf. Incomplete. Sets up.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Buchanan, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That really sets him back, a loss of 6. Continues to be a struggle for this offense, and this home crowd, they're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Rohrwasser now for the point after. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Buccaneers 24, Seahawks 10.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Back to the air, Wilson after the pick six. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
He lets it fly for Lockett. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 24. He's got daylight. 20, 10, and it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Justin Rohrwasser for the
So that is 2 pick sixes he's thrown in this football game. Now you take those away, Charles, it's a completely different situation.
It totally is, but guess what? They have to deal with what they have now, okay? So they can't just mentally go, well, if we hadn't thrown those pick sixes, we'd be okay. Here's where you are. Here's where you're going to battle. But guess what? They're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination.
This will make it into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts a deal.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Rohrwasser for the extra point.
Oh, this is becoming tough to watch. I don't know that I've seen 3 pick sixes from the same quarterback in the same game.
And I know that many are going to scream at the coach about why did you let him stay out there to throw those. But truthfully, what are the odds that you're going to throw 3 pick sixes in a game? You want to leave them out there so they can work through some of the rough stuff.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Penny on the return. The Seahawks.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked
sacked by Antoine Winfield Jr. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
Gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Shotgun now for Brady. Escaping the pressure right. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Tampa Bay.
1st down Buccaneers.
Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. That's going to be caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Touchdown.
Chris Godwin, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bucs offense continuing to pour it on. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score Buccaneers 45, Seahawks 10. Bradley Pinion the kickoff for Tampa Bay.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Now this will make it into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Seahawks 10.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now again, right side, Buchanan. And he'll get this up only to about the 33.
He's taken down.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. That catch good for only a couple. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
3rd and 5.
Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
54 Mike. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby.
Play action. It's Wilson. He's got Lockett. And they're able to get this way down there inside the Tampa 20. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. And that'll cut the lead down to 28.
Is good. Makes the score Buccaneers 45, Seahawks 17.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this 4th quarter. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. Now left side on the swing pass. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Check Mike 27. Check. Let me do.
Throwing now is Brady. The left side completion to Jones.
Brady's pass complete.
5 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now Brady again. Eluding the pressure right. And he took the contact as he was throwing it. And the ball drops incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak. Throw left side complete. That's Buchanan. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And now here is another interception. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
39-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And a Buccaneer first down.
54, Mike. Watch the pass. Mike's 54. Mike Alpha.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. Jones hit, and the ball's out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
A fumble on the play. Recovered by the Seahawks.
So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of